Today we're going to talk about doing yoga and why we're doing it and what is it good for anyone who is in the horse community. It's very helpful. And I have Lauren here.
I've been lucky to work with Monique now for almost 2 years. And I've had the opportunity to be raised with yoga through my father. And I used to ride horses growing up as a girl, and for the past 17 plus years I've been teaching yoga to people of all walks of life from the age of 4 to the age of 90.
And you know, a lot of people think yoga is just a stretch exercise, and of course it does help stretching, but there's far more to it. And anyone that really practice hardcore yoga would be very upset to hear that it's a stretching exercise. But in the meantime, because it's a spiritual thing also. But I think for a lot of people who are very busy, obviously they're not going to become yogis and do the whole thing. It has some merits just to quote stretching, and I'm apologizing for that because I don't want to insult, you know, the yoga, the true yoga. But I think it has tremendous help for your health, for staying limber, and especially with your fascia. So could you comment on that?
Absolutely.
About the fascia and other things.
And she's very correct. It's preventative medicine. So when we work every day to break the fascia, because your muscles are the armor of your body, and the fascia, if it's just built up over it and over it and over it and not stretched, things become calloused and ultra tight. So every time that we do yoga and we expand into the muscles, we get to break that fascia. It's going to bring better blood flow, not just to the muscles, but to the lungs, to the heart, and to the brain. And with that being said, just overall elevated well-being, which is our goal today to share.
Well, and it's really important for anyone that does really hard labor, which is really like shoeing. You know, and we're always in a position that is, you know, twisted or something. So it's really important to do it. And for riding, I think you should do a little bit of yoga just before you climb on the horse. And doesn't have to be on the floor with stall mats and the whole thing. It just really helps you relax yourself and be more limber. And I think if you're going to have an accident, which I don't want anyone to have one, but if you're going to fall off, I think if you're a little bit more limber, the likelihood of you getting very hurt is lessened. And I think it helps also your state of mind, because when you come into a more stretched mind or relaxed, you're also not going to project bad vibes to the horse, you know, which is kind of important. Case question of, you know, not stressing. If you stress, the animal will stress too. Going back to shoeing, especially when you shoe, it's always this repetitive work, and it's not very good for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
and when you carry that pain,
it
they can stay with people. But when you have the practice of 5 minutes a day or even every other day, quicker recovery. And I love that you touched on when if there was an accident, it is proven that you recover quicker because you have that elasticity and your muscles are already primed to know how to recover quicker.
It probably makes you a little bit less stiff if something bad happens.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're limber, you can still get hurt, you know. So, and we're going to introduce some very simple courses. So I think, you know, that way you will get the benefit of it. And I totally understand no one can take an hour course every day and do it like this. We're all very, very busy, but there are ways of doing it for 5 minutes, 2 minutes before either you ride or shoe a horse, and after you ride and after you shoe, that will actually help you a lot from having injuries and feeling better.
And it's okay if it's going to be a little touch and go too, even if you can just drop into it once a week, but you'll build that habit just like you built that routine in your life with the things you love and that you're passionate about, with including it more, and then just overall better health, sleep, energy, vitality, a youthful glow. I mean, and it's basically free.
Yeah.
So we like that.
Yeah, and it's simple, so it's not meant to become a yogi. It's meant to just help you a little bit get some grounding and not hurting yourself. And having a long career. It's better for everyone.
And we will demystify it
Yeah, demystify it a little bit.
for you.
Yeah.
Namaste.
Namaste.